Hey, hello, and welcome yet again to another episode of the Edge Season 2. I can't believe this is already episode 9. There have already been 8 action-packed episodes, and coming up next will be my 10th episode. Thank you to everyone who has stuck around the adventure. If you enjoy what you see today, or you want to jump in on the hype train, I can promise that next episode is going to be packed full of lore, danger, and a major story point for the rest of this season. I cannot wait. This past week, I've set aside some of the Great Piglin King story, and I've been plugging away at resource gathering and starting to work on the entrance to the minigame district that Scribs and I have named the Spooky Forest. Way back in episode 4, she and I flew over some of that dark forest, and we plotted out some of the paths and games and some of the plan to get this place going. Let's hit a couple of quick time lapses of the starter builds that I've been working on, and you won't believe how much Scribs, Lilila, and Red have made with just a little elbow grease and a whole lot of TNT. I am super happy with how these builds turned out. This tent house is going to house all the rules and some of that stuff, just kind of for organization. I left Scribs notes about things. But this will kind of be the main area for the dark forest. And then the dragon head will actually be how you get onto the path. So you'll walk through here and start. There obviously won't be magenta wool, but this kind of marks off the path that you'll take to get all the way through along the path. We have several games planned for the path, as well as some jump scares and treacherous little areas, kind of so that players can have a bit of a spooky experience along the way. Not just a bunch of games, but it's going to have some cool statues and builds all along the way, so that it's going to be pretty cool. The path will wind all the way up through these hills, and end up over at this chasm. And this is where the girls have been blowing the rock up in order to make way for this spooky canyon. Do you have a favorite Minecraft minigame? Drop me a link or let me know in the comments below. I'm planning to make a chicken shooting game and maybe a maze that changes as you walk around. The path is going to wind all through the forest and end somewhere near Blackreach. And I've been spending some time terraforming over there and lighting up all the space around my base to prevent mobs from preventing me from sleeping. I've added a couple extra towers so there's some texture along the walls. It's not just flat spaces. And I kind of balanced out some of the grass with some different stone rocky outcroppings along the way. Still got a bit to work on, but I've got hidden lights covered with carpet, kind of covering this whole area so that way there's no mobs that'll spawn in this area. And I made this bridge to connect the areas from Blackreach over to where I'm going to set up my nether portal. And as I've been working on things here and there inside, I've been working on the vault. And in here, I'm going to start putting some different things that were special to me or unique items that I found for Season 2. So that way, eventually, when we do a world download, you'll be able to come in here and find some of the cool things that I thought were special. Yeah, that was just weird. Lastly, on today's episode, I spent some time digging out a massive copper vein, and I have a fun little time lapse of chomping down all those materials to share with you. So let's check that out. I ended up with almost 3,000 copper bars, and so I'm so glad that I finished the forge last episode. We've had a few changes around the Edge Valley, mostly being this amazing path that Scribs has made that loops all around the lake and just looks so amazing. It is that time of year, and here on the Edge we're hosting a white elephant gift exchange. The rules are pretty simple. Take out a book, put some of your wish list and your name, drop it in the chest, and here later this week we'll end up drawing names and provide gifts for each other to celebrate Christmas. So it seems that feeding Karen that not spicy rabbit last week was a bad idea. Apparently she liked it enough that she's chasing the smell to my old house. I'm glad that Blackreach is far enough away that I don't think she can reach all the way out there. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in a couple of weeks.